In addition, there were live performances from the Vietnamese Canadian Drum Corps and the Vietnamese Canadian Martial Arts to entertain the many guests and participants at this celebration. This event was not only established to celebrate the 80 years of Vietnamese Scouting, but it also brought together members of the International Central Committee of Vietnamese Scouting. The ICCVS is the umbrella organization for Vietnamese Scouts in the diaspora. Throughout the weekend, the members of this committee met day and night to re-establish goals for the year. They also re-elected their current ICCVS chairman.
So we have a leaders conference, almost like a leaders congress, where all the Vietnamese leaders from all over the world are here. We have leaders from Australia, from France, from Germany. Well, Germany has a representative, and then the main regions of America: North California, Southern California, Central region, and the Eastern region of the U.S. We're all here.
What are some things that you guys discussed during the leadership conference?
Many things, but I think one of the main things that I feel is very important is the changing of the guards, or the handing off of the torch. I think that our movement needs to have a youth movement. We need to reinvigorate, I guess, have more young leaders involved in the Scout, and I'm very happy that I think we did do that, and we're addressing that issue moving forward. I think that in the next few years, I think we will be handing off the torch.
The activities that were organized by Scout Canada and members of Vietnamese Canadian Scouting. There were 3 groups of activities based on age group to ensure that the activities were fitting to each of the participants. The youngest group participated in activities such as hiking, swimming, and arts and crafts. They also received a tour of the Ecology Center at Terra Macuta, which was extremely exciting for the young children. They were able to catch a glimpse of nature at its finest. There were glass cases filled with leaves, animal fossils, and rocks and minerals of all kinds to engage the Scouts. The middle-aged group had activities that were more challenging, such as orienteering. They were given a map and were told to follow the trails to help lead them to orienteering flags. In addition, they participated in rock climbing activities and rowing activities that required a lot of communication and teamwork. Communication and teamwork are just 2 of the many traits that are encouraged and developed during this weekend. The eldest group had the most challenging of all activities. On the first day, these Scouts had many different tasks. The first was to build a lift out of a couple of tree branches and rope. The Scouts would have to pull each of their teammates from end of the field to the other. This challenged their knots knowledge and their ability to work together. All of the activities of the camp were designed to help develop various life skills, including teamwork, fire safety, orienteering, public speaking, and of course, citizenship. The mission of Scouting is to train youth within responsible citizenship, character development, and self-reliance through participation in a wide range of outdoor activities and educational programs. When the Scouts were not in meetings or playing in their scheduled activities, there was plenty of free time for the Scouts to get to know one another. The beach at the Scout Reserve was perfect for a game of volleyball during free time.
It's really great that the Vietnamese community has their own scouting group. It's really unique, and it's really nice going to these camps and seeing all these people that we share like 2 things in common. We're all Vietnamese and we are all interested in scouting. So I think it's a great way for us, for the community, Vietnamese community, to interact.
On the eve of the closing ceremonies, one of the highlights was the campfire. The campfire is a unique and necessary element to every scouting jamboree. Singing traditional Scout songs and acting in skits, the campfire symbolizes the camaraderie in Scouting. Every troop is expected to have a performance prepared. Some skits are relating to the Vietnamese culture, while others represent Vietnamese Scouting or even their experiences in the past weekend. Of course, the campfire can also be emotional and sad because many of the participants understand that this is their last night together. However, there is a reassurance knowing that they will keep in touch. On Sunday, the camp organizers ensured that there were religious ceremonies held in order to cater to the participants. There was a Buddhist service in addition to a Catholic service. Those who were not Catholic nor Buddhist practiced their religious faith individually. The Scouting movement encourages faith to be an important part of every Scout's life. One of the key tenets of Scouting is duty to God. While Scouting does not define religious belief for its members, it has been adopted by and works with youth programs of all major faiths.
Scouting movement, ever since founded by Baden-Powell, has always respected people's religion. We basically, if you look at the Scout Oath and Scout Law, he said the first thing we say is, "On my honor, I do my duty to God," right? And then in the Scout Law, we have the last Scout Law is a Scout is reverent. And last but not least, it's one of the most important Scout laws there. And we believe that people need to have faith to complete us as a human being and to be well balanced. So the Scouting program always involves a religious ceremony. Okay, that's basically it.
The closing ceremonies once again recognize the Scout leaders and their commitment to ensure that this event was successful and memorable. The closing ceremony included closing remarks, once again, by Camp Chief Vo Minh Thị and the chairman of ICCVS, Vo Thanh Nhan. While the flags were pulled down, everyone knew the camp was over, but the friendships and the camaraderie over the past weekend would never be forgotten.
I've been in Hung Dao since I was 5, and then now I'm 23. So I've gone from Ao, Thieu, Thanh, and then Jung. And before that I was senior patrol leader. Now I'm just a troop guide. And I guess what's important to me is just the people you meet and the long-lasting friendships that you make and connections you make, networking. Wherever you move, there's always a Hung Dao.
To kick off the end of the weekend, Vietnamese Canadian Scout troops hosted a reception at a restaurant in the heart of Montreal. This night was a great night to relax, eat great food, and reflect on the great weekend. Many of the Scout leaders spoke and sang songs. Youth Scouts prepared dances and skits, and there were a lot of games for the audience. One game was particularly memorable in which members of the audience battled it out to see who could blow the biggest balloon. It was exciting to see how competitive the arena was. All in all, this was a great night to have fun. This weekend brought together individuals from all walks of life. While various activities and youth groups teach basic skills and promote teamwork, Scouting goes beyond that and encourages the youth to achieve a deeper appreciation for service to others in their community. Scouting provides youth with a sense that they are important as individuals and that they gain a sense of self-confidence. Scouting promotes activities that lead to personal responsibility and high self-esteem, and as a result, there is a strong sense of integrity. These are all different qualities and traits that were reestablished this weekend at Camp Tamaracuda.
Thank you for watching the Youth and Media segment of VATV, and we'll see you next week.